Hi everyone. Today I'd like to show you how to knit the crisscross stitch, and it's sometimes called the cross stitch. This stitch is shown in the book 101 Designer One Skein Wonders, edited by Judith Durant. Now, many people have remarked how much they would like to make this beautiful scarf, but they feel too frustrated because they can't figure out how to master the crisscross technique. I think that once I show you how to do it, you'll find it very easy. Just to give you some inspiration, let me show you a close-up of how beautiful the crisscross stitch is. The scarf that I'm showing you is made from Plymouth Galway paint. The pattern actually called for the heavy worsted number 5 weight, but I used the worsted number 4 weight. I wish I would have used the heavy worsted weight. I think the scarf would have had a little bit more texture, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful scarf, and this pattern is really very fun to do. So, first of all, make sure that you follow the pattern exactly. You will need an odd number of stitches. The first 2 stitches are actually not part of the cross stitch pattern. They form the border of the scarf, and in order to keep myself straight, I just simply put a stitch marker between the border and the actual pattern. So I'm just going to slip that marker. Okay, so let's start. So hold the needle behind your work. You should be pointing the tip of the needle towards yourself. Put the needle in between the first stitch and the second stitch, like this. Notice how I've come in from the back of the material in between stitch 1 and stitch 2. Now I'm going to go into stitch 1. Oops. I'm going to go into stitch number 2 just as if it was regular knitting. Then I'm going to take my yarn over just like regular knitting, come out of the second stitch like this, but leave the second stitch on the needle. Now go into the first stitch just as if it was regular needle knitting. Wrap your yarn around, come out very carefully, and slip both stitches off from the needle. And there you have worked the first 2 stitches. Let's do the next one. With the right needle, enter from behind, go knitwise into the second stitch, wrap the yarn around, come back out, but do not let the stitch go. Go into the first stitch just like normal, go in through the back, pull the yarn around, come out the front, and then slip both stitches off from the needle. We'll do another. Enter from behind, go knitwise into the second stitch, wrap the yarn around, come back out but leave the stitch on, go into the first stitch just like normal, wrap the yarn around, and then very carefully slide off both stitches. I'll do one more before we call it a day. In from the back, enter knitwise into stitch number 2, wrap it around, come out. Both stitches are still on the needle. Enter knitwise into the first stitch, wrap the yarn around, and slide both stitches off from the needle. And there you have it. What you will see is you will eventually have this very nice cross-stitch knitting pattern.